Today marks the 2-year anniversary of the October 7th, 2023, attacks by Hamas on Israel, an event that ignited what has become the longest war in Israel's history and a devastating conflict in Gaza. On that day, Hamas militants launched a coordinated assault from Gaza into southern Israel, breaching the border fence and targeting civilian communities, military bases, and a music festival. Around 200 people were killed, the majority civilians, including women, children, and elderly individuals. The attacks involved shootings, grenades, and close quarters violence, with reports of atrocities such as mass killings at kibbutzim like Be'eri and Kfar Aza. At the Nova Music Festival near Reem, hundreds of young attendees were gunned down or taken captive amid the chaos. In total, 251 people were abducted and taken back to Gaza as hostages, a tactic Hamas has used in previous conflicts to leverage negotiations. This assault was described by Israeli officials as the deadliest single day for Jews since the Holocaust, shattering a sense of security in the region and prompting widespread grief and outrage across Israel. The attacks didn't occur in a vacuum. Hamas, the Islamist group governing Gaza since 2007, cited long-standing grievances including the Israeli blockade of Gaza, settlement expansion in the West Bank, and tensions over Jerusalem's holy sites as motivations. However, the scale and brutality of the operation, which involved paragliders, motorcycles, and rockets to overwhelm defenses, caught Israeli intelligence and military off guard, leading to internal investigations and political fallout. In the immediate aftermath, Israel declared war on Hamas, vowing to dismantle the group's military capabilities and governance in Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government mobilized reservists and launched Operation Swords of Iron, beginning with airstrikes on Hamas targets in Gaza. This quickly escalated into a ground invasion in late October 2023, with Israeli forces entering northern Gaza to root out militants, destroy tunnels, and rescue hostages. The war expanded beyond Gaza, with exchanges of fire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, and later involving Iran-backed groups in Yemen and Iraq, turning it into a regional confrontation. Over the past 2 years, the conflict has exacted a tremendous human cost. In Gaza, Palestinian health authorities report over 42,000 deaths, with a significant portion being civilians, including thousands of children. Officials there claim that Israel's military operations have killed one child every 52 minutes on average since the war began, though these figures are disputed by Israel, which attributes high civilian casualties to Hamas's use of urban areas for military purposes. Vast swaths of Gaza have been reduced to rubble, with entire neighborhoods in Gaza City, Khan Yunis, and Rafah destroyed by airstrikes, artillery, and demolitions. The United Nations estimates that more than 80% of Gaza's population, over 1.9 million people, have been displaced multiple times, living in overcrowded tent camps amid shortages of food, water, and medical supplies. Humanitarian aid has been severely restricted, leading to famine warnings in northern Gaza and outbreaks of diseases like polio. On the Israeli side, the war has resulted in around 500 military and civilian deaths since October 7th, 2023, including soldiers killed in Gaza operations and rocket attacks from Lebanon. The ongoing hostage crisis has deeply traumatized families, with 48 hostages still believed to be in Gaza as of today, some confirmed dead, others presumed alive but held in dire conditions. Survivors like those from the Nova Festival have shared harrowing stories of captivity and loss, highlighting the psychological toll on Israeli society, which includes widespread PTSD, economic strain from prolonged military service, and internal divisions over the government's handling of the war. Protests in Israel have called for a hostage deal and even early elections, reflecting frustration with Netanyahu's leadership. As we reach this somber anniversary, there are glimmers of potential progress amid the stalemate. Indirect negotiations between Israel and Hamas are underway in Egypt, mediated by Qatari, Egyptian, and U.S. officials, including U.S. envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. These talks are based on a ceasefire plan proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump, which reportedly includes a phased withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza, the release of hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners, and international oversight to prevent Hamas from rearming. Hamas has expressed readiness to engage, but demands guarantees that Israel will fully end the war and withdraw, proposing to release captives in stages tied to troop pullbacks. Israel, however, insists on continuing operations until Hamas's rule is eliminated, and Gaza poses no future threat, as stated by Netanyahu in his anniversary message. The morning session of talks today ended without breakthroughs, with disagreements over withdrawal maps and security arrangements. Despite this, international pressure is mounting, with figures like Vice President J.D. Vance emphasizing the need to bring hostages home and achieve lasting peace.